if I am pressing F11, then my control goes to this function definition, because I am calling this reverse function by passing the variable n as a parameter to this function reverse. Now the value of n here 3, 4, 5, and here another n is there, and the value of this n and this same is same, but those two variables are different, their scopes are different. Now if we see the memory, there are only 3 variables, n, remainder and reverse, which are inside this scope. There is no any n and reverse in memory now, because its scope is inside main, and now we are entered into this function reverse. So we can't access this n and reverse variable inside this reverse block. So they will not be shown here inside this locals window. Now again we will go towards, then it changes respectively the values, as we see here in locals. It changes the values. Then after executing whole while loop, we go to this end block. Here inside reverse there is a value 543, which is exactly reverse of 345. So this is our result, and we return this result to calling function. Then after end of this block, again we see here now scope will be changed. Scope will be changed. Here reverse of n gets the returned value, which is 3, 4, 5, and now inside reverse the value stores as 543, which is returned by this reverse function. Now we will go towards next line, and the message printed like reverse number of given number is 543, and if I press the key, then this console.read key function will be terminated and control goes to end of this main block. Now if I press F11 key again, then my program completed successfully and memory will be released. So there is no any variable inside memory now. After completed this execution, after completed this main block, there is no any variable inside the memory. All memory which is allocated by this main function will be released now. So this is the general program execution. We see here how reverse program we can do inside C#. Also we have seen here how our own user defined function we can create, how our own function returns the values, and also how we can pass the values from main to our user defined function. Also in this video we have seen how to debug a program line by line, and how we see the variables inside memory, how variables changes their values when our program will be executed. Because we say variable means throughout program execution the value of variable may be changed. So we see how variables will change their values at the time of running the program. So do this program by your own, and also learn how to debug our program. By using debugging function, we can easily find out our if there are some bugs or some errors in our program. My program will be running, but it gives me wrong output. So that in that case we can debug our program and check what are the values inside the variables. Is our expected values are there in our variable, so that we can change whenever it is or wherever it is required, so that we will get the correct output. So this is the power of this editor .NET IDE, which gives us very much features like this. We can debug our program and find easily our program errors, or we can learn, or we can see how our program flows, or we can understand the flow of our program execution, where our flow goes, and how it changes the values. So you need to understand here how to create our user defined functions, how to pass the parameters to function, how we can return values from our user defined function, how to debug our program, and how to see the variables values at runtime. So thank you.